All right, here are the answers for Thursday's starters. So we've got 18 red buttons and 12 blue buttons. When we make this as a fraction in simplest form, we don't turn it into a mixed number. We leave it as a fraction. But since the 18 red buttons is first, and then the 12 blue buttons is second, then to simplify that, you look at the 18 and the 12. We find the great factor, so both of those can be divided by 6. "18 divided by 6 is 3, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. So our ratio is 3 to 2. Then we've got 30 inches to 3 inches. Since the 30 is first, that's your numerator. Denominator is 3 inches. Look for the greatest common factor, and we can divide both of those by 3. "30 divided by 3 is going to be 10. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. So the ratio is 10 to 1 when it's simplified. Then we're looking at the unit rate. We've got 108 feet per 3 seconds. So the 108 feet is here. And the 3 seconds is here. When you're trying to find a unit rate, we want 1 as the denominator. To get from 3 seconds to 1 second, we divide by 3. Whatever we do to the denominator, we also have to do in the numerator. So we want to do 108 divided by 3, which is 36 feet per second. Then we've got 360 miles per 12 gallons. So 360 miles and 12 gallons. When you want the unit rate, we have to get to the 1 gallon. To get from 12 to 1, we divide by 12. So we divide that 360 by 12. And 360 divided by 12 is 30 miles for 1 gallon. If you can paint 1/4 of a room in 1 hour, how long will it take you to paint the whole room? So we're setting up the rate. We've got, it takes 1 hour to paint 1/4 of a room. And we want to know how long it takes to paint the whole room. And you can do this 2 different ways. You can either say to get from 1/4 to 1, we're dividing by 1/4. So we have to do 1 divided by 1/4. And then when you look at 1 divided by 1/4, we change that 1 so that it's a fraction. So we've got 1 over 1 divided by 1/4. And we keep that first one, change to multiplication, multiply by 4. So we've got 4 over 1. So it would take us 4 hours. You could have also just said, if it takes, like, split our room up. And if you can paint 1/4 of a room, if this takes 1 hour, then it would take an hour to paint every fourth of the room. And so it would still take you 4 hours to paint that room. Either way, whichever way is easier for you. Oops. Answer is 4 hours for the whole room.